Hey guys, this is the first episode of the HelloGreedo Podcast, and hopefully not the last. I sat down with a couple of my buddies for a anything goes, all over the place conversation. We ran into some technical problems. My old recorder that I use, for all of my videos, turns out that when you have two lines run into it, it eats up a lot of memory, and the thing's almost 10 years old. So we were only able to record about 10 minutes at a time until I had to empty the card and put it back on and, all that stuff. But I'm going to get some better equipment. I hope you guys like it. Like I said, it's all over the place. And if you guys like it, we'll sit down and do another one. So listen while you're at work or driving or sneaking in a headphone at school. Do whatever you need to do, and I hope you enjoy.
As long as I stay
Microphones. We all are sitting in front of computers.
We could
just ignoring each other.
We could start the conversation off exactly like that, though.
It's already recorded.
It's already, yeah.
Oh, is it really?
This is the first episode of the HelloGreedo Podcast. All right, I'm sitting here with my two friends, Jake and Justin. I've known them for quite a long time. They are, you guys know much about Star Wars?
Absolutely not.
And you, Justin?
I'm a fan.
Yeah, you're a fan. You know enough.
I was telling Justin earlier, I've seen Muppets from Space, and I've seen Third Rock from the Sun, and I haven't seen Cosmos, but I feel like one of those should really help me out with Star Wars.
I told him this the other day, and when I heard that he had never seen, Indiana Jones before?
Oh yeah, I've never seen Indiana Jones.
Yeah, I felt like I couldn't be friends with him anymore.
I've never seen The Matrix.
What do you watch?
Yeah.
As a young male.
Professional wrestling.
Do you just masturbate all day long?
Well, yeah, of course, while I watch professional wrestling. Well, no, that's all I grew up on, so I didn't have anything else. Like, I don't care about... Well, okay. In the mid-90s, when the whole Star Wars sequels came out,
sure,
I bought all the action figures when they came back, and I bought all of that, and I saw the movies, and then that only lasted for like 2 years of me being like, yeah, I'm a big Star Wars fan, and now I don't remember anything.
I mean, I kind of feel like that's excusable, though. I mean, unless your parents of our generation showed you, from the get-go, Star Wars, the originals.
Well, it's like that with anything, really. Yeah. I mean, not everybody is a 28-year-old goon who wears a helmet and collects Star Wars action figures like me.
But they should.
They should.
Everybody should be like that.
Somebody posted, you're talking about wrestling, somebody posted on my forum, Sheamus?
Yeah.
Sheamus? Have you heard the rumor?
I saw something about him and Darth Vader, but I just didn't read into it. What was it?
Likey from my forum.
Likey.
Yeah, Likey. L-Y, I guess that's how you pronounce it. Big poster on my forum. I guess it says WWE wrestler Sheamus to play Darth Vader in episode 7. It's a rumor.
Have you seen Sheamus?
Yeah, he's very Irish.
He looks like Beaker from the Muppets.
Oh man, holy shit, he does.
Yeah, right?
Oh my god.
Imagine that. Just imagine that.
Does he have an act? Is he from
Oh,
Ireland?
yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the guy that goes, me, 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 me?
Yeah.
Sheamus?
Yeah, we've been.
Yeah, that's him. Yeah, that's exactly him. And look up Sheamus.
Yeah. Check this guy out.
He's great.
Huh.
But you don't look at that and go, you know what, that's your next Darth Vader.
He's like Firebeard. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Firebeard.
Yeah, it's just a rumor. I highly doubt it's going to happen. I hope it doesn't happen.
Where do those rumors start?
I don't know.
Why can't we start rumors?
We can.
I did hear that Miss Cleo was going to reboot her life with the next Star Wars film.
Yeah, episode 7, Revenge of the
I
Cleo.
hope she fixed her teeth.
Yeah. I know, sweet pea. Find yourself a hobby. You'll survive.
Why would you pay money just to listen to that?
What, soundboard, you have to pay for it?
Oh, no. I'm saying listen to Miss Cleo in the 90s.
Oh.
Like what?
Yeah, I don't know who calls
I feel like the soundboard, though, would be worth the money.
Do you guys listen to Delilah?
Oh, yeah,
on radio
NPR. Mm-hmm.
No, it's on here it's on, the Light Rock station.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God, every night, I love listening to Delilah. And I've talked to you about this before, Justin.
I enjoy Delilah. I just have a problem with that she gives wedding and marriage advice, even though she's had like 6 divorces or something like that.
She's experienced.
Must be. She sounds hot, though. I'll give it to her. For an old gal.
She sounds hot.
She's super old, isn't
I
she?
love her because people call in, they're like, Delilah, me and my boyfriend, we just broke up. We were together for about 6 days. I love him so much and I don't want to lose him. Can you play a song for us? And it's going to be something like Holiday by Madonna or something. It really doesn't go with what they're talking about.
Yeah.
or it'll go like, it's always either that or something like, I Don't Want to Miss a Thing by Aerosmith. Mm-hmm. And it's like, well, no, that's stupid.
Right.
Why are we still calling people to play our songs? We have iPods.
Oh, that's with anything, man. That's with radio in general. I listen to NPR on the way to work every day.
Yeah.
But that's only because I don't have an auxiliary port in my car. If I did, I would listen to podcasts and my own shit every day, you know?
Can we talk about your car real quick?
Yeah, please do.
So
I was following him to his house today from work today, and I felt so bad for him. I genuinely thought he was going to get in a wreck.
Mr. Greedo has a terrible truck, and it's great. It's great from the outside, but then you drive it, and he doesn't realize how bad the brakes are.
Oh, I realize. I've driven it for 3 years like that.
I was 6 cars behind you, and I could hear him squeal.
No shit,
yeah,
really?
They were that bad.
Did you drove behind me when I was driving his car?
Oh yeah.
And then I had to drive on 95 and I-10, and I was like, I'm dying today.
When you were driving my car?
Yeah, it's happening. We're dead.
It's not like they just squeal; they slip and slide.
Yeah, they drop. You press on it just a tiny little bit, and you're squealing down the road.
Added to the fact they were on stop and go traffic on the middle of 95, right?
How do you
and
do
your
that?
tail light is out, so people.
Is it really?
Yeah. It's
Thanks for telling me that.
So what we're trying to say is you're a menace to society right now. We're trying to take you off the road.
It's amazing that you're alive right now.
It truly is. I'm worried for you. But yes, going back. I mean,
I can't even remember what we're talking about now.
Radio shows.
Yeah.
I besides Delilah, I only really listen to NPR.
Yeah.
But it's not like people call into NPR and request anything? They Wait, Don't Tell Me, they play games and stuff.
Yeah, and on Diane Rehm, people call in.
Oh, I feel okay. She has like a very slow voice, right?
Yeah, I think she had a stroke. She's fairly young. Well, when you listen to her, she sounds like she's fucking 100 years old.
But if she's had a stroke, I feel very bad about even mentioning anything.
Well, whenever somebody gets in my car and doesn't know who she is, they're always like, "Who the hell are you listening to?"
The Diane Rehm show.
Yeah,
That's very
her
sad.
show's interesting though.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
You guys heard that Margaret Adler died recently on NPR, right?
She died on NPR?
Not on NPR, but she was one of the big journalists for NPR.
Was she?
I heard the tribute thing that they did.
Yeah.
Was she still active?
I feel like she was.
She was fairly young too. I think she was like early 60s, late 50s, but
let me look her up real quick.
She died of cancer.
That's so sad.
Yeah. Well,
I didn't hear about that.
Thanks for bringing us the fuck down.
All right.
Jesus.
Well, cancer and strokes. We're on a really good. Good God.
Episode 1. All right, let's check the Facebook and see if anybody. I just posted that.
You've got a little bit going on right now, but you just posted it, so that's probably why.
Man, and it's also, you know how many times I've answered questions like this? And this is nothing against you, Hero. Sorry, I'm gonna butcher your fucking name too.
I want you to say his last name.
Hero Karasiku. Hero Karasiku. I'll just call you Link because you got a Link avatar. You know, if your username is HelloGreedo, then why is your profile picture a Stormtrooper helmet? I've answered that 1,000,000 times. And then Aiden Cross, my buddy.
That's a cool name.
It is, man.
Aiden Cross.
It's cool. He submitted my and JJ, we trust. He submitted a video for that.
Is that his real name, Aiden Cross?
Mm-hmm. I think he's from Scotland or something like that.
What if we look at him and he's like Philadelphia?
He had an accent. That's all I remember. Let's go to the Facebook and answer or see if there's any questions posted. You guys looking at it too?
Yeah, this guy's name is Duke Skywatcher. That's
gotta be fake.
No, I think that's a real name.
You think so?
Yeah. Duke Skywatcher.
If it is,
that's a real name. I want to hang out with that dude. That's awesome.
I may even leave here and change my name.
Duke Skywatcher.
Duke Skywatcher.
Man, his parents must have really
Timmy
loved Star
Henderson.
Wars.
Maybe his real name's Timmy Henderson. There we go.
Timmy Henderson?
Rad ass name though. Okay.
All right.
What was his question?
What do you guys? This from Aaron Kramers or Aaron? I'm guessing it's Aaron. What do you guys think of Michael Bay's movies?
Is that the refrigerator?
I think so.
Oh well.
We're recording in a kitchen, you guys. You'll hear kitchen sounds. What do you guys think of Michael Bay's movies? So that's Transformers. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
Armageddon. That was a good one.
Pearl Harbor.
Okay. 2 movies that my fiance loves: Pearl Harbor, and Armageddon. And I think it's because of a Ben Affleck thing.
Yeah.
And
hey,
Armageddon. Okay, Steve Buscemi's in Armageddon, right?
Yeah.
He's in that. Yeah. What I never understood is why they train mechanics to go into space instead of training astronauts to
be
do
mechanics.
Mechanical work. Yeah. Would that make sense?
Yeah.
But Bruce Willis, he wasn't an astronaut. He was a mechanic.
Exactly. So don't send him into space.
Well,
I'm an IT guy. Don't send me into space.
That's true. And most astronauts are engineers. Well, and pilots.
Yeah.
So
let's
set it in the script is the answer.
Yeah. What a cop out.
Yeah.
What a cop out answer. But I understand.
Good movie.
I never
terrible
saw
fucking movie.
I was gonna say never saw Cop Out.
Terrible fucking movie.
I love Kevin Smith. Never saw Cop Out. Love Mallrats. I even loved Zack and Miri.
Yeah,
I see Zack and
I
Miri. That was
did
great.
like Zack and Miri.
Apparently bombed is what drove him to smoke weed. Apparently.
Well, darn. But I heard the reason, or the way he described it, is the reason Zack and Miri bombed is because on the movie posters and whatnot, when it was being promoted, they wouldn't let them make a porno. So it just said Zack and Miri. And it wasn't until the DVD release and stuff they were able to make a porno. So it wasn't, and the trailers didn't kind of show the movie, like it really was.
It was it was at that time when Seth Rogen was huge, and all that type of Seth Rogen movie was like top draw. So I guess it was going off of that. I loved it.
Yeah.
I love Kevin Smith, Mallrats. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
But so Michael Bay movies, we did not answer that one bit.
Oh,
I've seen Armageddon a couple times, and there's the animal crackers on the boobs, the mountain scene, which is just so ridiculous.
She has Liv Tyler. I like Liv Tyler.
I do like Liv Tyler.
That's what I say about Liv Tyler. That's my Liv Tyler stance.
Bro.
I'm not a.
She's fucking gross.
I'm not.
That's
I'm just not a fan. That's a pretty good Ben Affleck. I'm just not a fan of Liv Tyler. I'm gonna Google her right now and just see. To me, she looks like her dad in a way, and I'm not a fan of her dad.
Well, I understand that.
I'm good.
Well, let's think of other attractive women in Michael Bay movies.
Megan Fox.
Yeah.
First one that comes to mind.
Dead Eyes.
Christ.
Dead Eyes. No. You gotta have something. Because I'm not one of those guys that's just like,
got
ooh.
everything.
I'm good.
You don't find it? Oh, man.
Honestly, when it comes to Transformers, she's the only thing that makes it watchable.
I thought you were going to say transsexuals.
When it comes to transsexuals,
she's great.
No, honestly, with Transformers, I think it was Red Letter Media? They showed all 3 Transformers movies simultaneously on the same 3 screens. And it was a very interesting video to watch because the movies, they are almost verbatim exactly the same as each other. I mean, it's the same format, the same scene structure.
Almost to the second.
Almost to the second, yeah. It's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. And there's a huge fan base for them.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They sell millions of dollars. It goes back to our childhood when you think about all the original cartoon series, even with Ninja Turtles, when the new thing's coming out.
Yeah.
When does that come out, by the way?
I think August 8th. Something like that.
Yeah.
But I feel like she would be up on kids' walls back then. She is that.
Probably.
But
did you guys ever put in your lockers in high school? Did you guys ever do anything like that?
No.
I had the internet. No.
Well, see, okay, understandable. But you watch these shows and it's like everybody in high school has mirrors and they have pictures and they have everything on their lockers.
An organized locker.
Oh yeah, it was dumb.
I don't think I ever opened mine when I was really. No. I don't know how I fucking graduated.
I basically just used mine for storage.
Yeah.
That's all it was there for.
I remember, I was probably a sophomore or junior. There was a book that came out about I remember what it was called. I think it was after a Promise Ring lyric where it was like, it was a book about emo and the bands and it was such a stupid I guess not stupid. It was a very elitist, if you want to like this music scene, you have to listen to these bands. And it was like my Bible in my locker. I don't know where it is. I don't know what happened to it,
Yeah.
but when I was in high school, that was...
You were a pretentious fuck.
Yes. We liked the same music in high school.
I was a pretentious fuck too, I know.
We were in the same boat together,
I know.
buddy. We can't say too much.
Yeah.
But yes, more or less, I wore girl pants because
Hey,
I was
man, I did
120
too.
pounds.
Is that still a thing?
I don't have any idea. No, well they
for
make
kids
everything tighter
nowadays.
now.
Oh, that's true. That's true. So we
So
were
it's-
kind of like
we were risking our masculinity.
to test it out.
Yeah.
We were the test pilots.
We were evolution.
Yeah.
We were more or less. We caused evolution. That's what I'm trying to say.
Of the jeans. No more Jinkos for us.
Oh,
I miss Jinkos.
I never had them.
I had one pair. Yeah, I had one pair with a chain wallet.
Well, of course, you have to have a chain wallet.
Probably came with a chain wallet, honestly.
They all did. No.
All right. Do we have another question that we can look at?
Wait. What do we think of Michael Bay movies?
Oh shit.
I'm not a fan.
Meh.
Not too many explosions and stuff.
I mean, if
Yeah.
you want to go watch a movie and just sit there and not really think, I mean,
it's just too much.
they're fun.
Yeah, I mean, Armageddon was fun. If I watched it nowadays, I don't know if I would like it as much. I didn't like. I mean, looking at this list, I pulled it up. There's not very many movies that I like of his. It's Pain and Gain. Sam would fucking love that shit.
Oh God. Well,
He's
Rock.
making a movie called Ouija.
Oh
Ouija
yeah,
board?
I've seen those commercials. It's definitely your typical. Looks like your typical horror movie,
Yeah.
which means it's going to make a ton of money.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I don't think I'm masculine enough for Michael Bay movies. I don't have enough armpit hair, I feel.
Mm-hmm.
I have some chest hair, which makes me a little bit of a man. But when it comes to Michael Bay, I'm just not there yet.
Yeah.
I'll be there someday.
You don't have to be.
All right, there's a question from John Hernandez about if Morrissey were to be a character in the Star Wars universe, what character would best suit him? And he said I have a pretty cool shirt on, so I'm a big
You
fan.
got an admirer.
John Hernandez, what are you doing later? I'm free if you are. Okay. Morrissey, I love Morrissey and I love the Smiths, and I'm a huge fan. I have him on my shirt right now. But who is the most pretentious Star Wars character? Because I don't like Morrissey as a person. I love Morrissey as a musician.
Okay.
But Morrissey is so pretentious.
He's a little Han Solo.
Oh,
He's
is
a little
he?
Han Solo.
I think he's a more.
He's asexual. Does that add to anything? Morrissey is an asexual.
Is he
man.
really?
Yeah. He claims he is. I love him. I saw him a couple years back and he was great.
Huh.
For being as old as he is, he can still go. He was ripping off his shirt after like every song,
Yeah.
throwing them into the audience. Girls were
How old
ripping
is
him
he?
apart. He's in his 50s, if not
Okay.
60s.
I think he's more Lando, to be honest.
He could be a Lando.
Well, he looks a lot like Lando. Morrissey
Not
and
so much
Lando
his looks,
really
but
have
if
a
we're
lot
talking
of
about being a pretentious character in Star Wars, I mean, Lando is the quintessential pretentious character.
I guess. Lando helped. I don't know. I guess.
Lando was a ladies' man. I mean, that's how he
So
portrayed
is
himself.
Solo. Well, yeah.
Morrissey has a huge Latin
Solo
following.
he was a rebel without
Really?
a cause. I
He
think.
has a huge Latin following. Humongous.
Is
Like,
there a reason for that, or just
I
kind
don't
of
have any idea.
Huh.
I don't have any idea. But it's like his main fan base at this point are people like me,
Mm-hmm.
and then I guess Latino.
All right. What are some other questions? Unless you're not done answering your Morrissey question.
No, I'm good with Morrissey.
Okay.
I can talk about Morrissey all day if you want me to, but I feel like nobody actually wants me to. How about the one from Jay Richard? Harrison Ford wanted Han to die. How do you think the trilogy would have turned out if he did?
Ooh. Yeah.
interesting.
That I remember them saying that in Empire Strikes Back, Harrison wanted Solo to die. That's it.
That's it.
I don't know.
I thought you were really good.
Well, no, I really don't know how to answer that. I can't even find this question, honestly.
So then, I guess you could say that.
Oh, if the trilogy would have turned out differently.
So everybody, if he would have died, everybody would have been Solo without Han.
It wouldn't have been as happy of an ending.
Does Star Wars have a happy ending?
Yeah.
I don't. Okay, as you can tell.
You're on a Star Wars. Has nothing to do with Star Wars so far. I guess.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Star Wars
you're getting
questions.
a lot of Star Wars questions. I would love if there were more professional wrestling questions. So if we do that in the future.
You want me to post something about it?
No.
Okay.
But I did just like John Hernandez's post.
Okay.
So we're gonna probably become fast friends.
Sweet.
I'm glad about this.
I like it as well.
You know what, Justin? You like it too.
I should like it.
Let's all be really good friends with John Hernandez going forward. Yeah, if this doesn't become a train wreck, and when this podcast gets posted and people listen, maybe next time, not as many Star Wars questions.
I feel like half the audience has already turned it off at this point.
Yeah, probably.
Half.
Oh well.
I'd say 90%.
Well, you can measure like audience retention on YouTube, and I would be surprised if more than 3 minutes of an hour-long podcast was listened to.
But see, I don't blame them.
Oh, me either. Me either whatsoever.
I like talking to you guys. I don't see you guys nearly as often as I should.
Mm-hmm.
If this is how we gotta hang out, then this is how we gotta hang out.
We don't have to hang out this way.
We don't have to hang out at all. But I don't know. Anyway, so if Han Solo were to die, life
It couldn't have happened that way. It couldn't have happened that way. I don't know. I can't even think about that. It makes me sad.
It does make me sad.
Aww.
It would have been interesting. I mean,
Yeah. Well, that's kind of the rumor with the new movie is that Harrison, Han Solo is going to die.
I hope they kill him off in the first 5 minutes, because if it's anything like Crystal Skull and Indiana Jones, it's just going to be like the old characters.
Yeah. Well, Mark Hamill was interviewed recently, and he said he kind of gave something away. He said, "We're only there for a supporting role, really."
That's good.
What if
That's
they're
good.
extras?
Just in the
They're in the
background.
back. They're in the restaurant, like reading a paper or something.
Just kind of wink at the camera.
Exactly.
Remember me?
I wish I wasn't here solo, and then it just goes to Harrison Ford and he winks.
Jesus.
Oh, I wish I could walk the sky. All right. What is one thing you hate about the original trilogy, besides the changes? From Zach Clark. Zach with 2 Ks.
God. Star Wars. That I hate.
I'm just creeping on people when they ask questions.
No, that's fine. I mean, I'm sure it's nostalgia clouding my mind.
Right.
I really can't think of anything that I hate.
That's okay. Maybe that's a good thing.
I was going to say
Maybe,
something terrible that I would have to edit out.
Well, good.
I don't know. That's a tough question. I feel like the Rebel Alliance had stupid helmets, but I mean that was more like an annoyance.
See, I
or
like
something.
that. I don't know. The thing is, I let my love for it seep into it so much that everything that I might think is goofy and dumb becomes something that I love.
Yeah.
You know?
Professional wrestling's the same for me. I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talk about that. I know Jake over here is hugely into professional wrestling. Professional wrestling.
I went to my first match actually in 1991. I was not even 2 yet. Went to my first wrestling match, and then that took over my life. And did photography from 07 to I did my last one actually last December.
So you drove around and took pictures of everything?
Yeah, I drove around Florida. I went to Georgia, and then I worked for a company called Ring of Honor. They were. Have you guys seen the movie The Wrestler?
Mickey Rourke?
Yeah.
No, I never have.
Oh, it's great.
Huh.
But they were the company featured prominently in the movie. So I worked for them. I've worked for them a couple of times. So I went up to New York, worked the Manhattan Center, which is in the Hammerstein Ballroom, which is near Madison Square Garden. It was awesome. It was sold out. But yeah, it was a lot of professional wrestling on an independent level. So like indie music, you book your own tours, you do all it's very indie wrestling is just it's in the South it's rednecks and it's mullets, and it's
That sounds amazing.
So it's Justin.
yeah, it's Justin. It's more or less Justin.
Get her done.
Exactly.
Jesus.
It's huge.
What's like the how many people go to those shows?
Yeah,
Like the small shows.
I went to one show. I worked one show in I think it was Davie, Florida, which is down near Miami, down far south. It was like a 6-hour drive. We get there. We thought it was going to be promoted really heavily, and we were so excited. We come to find out that the guy that was promoting it had a box of flyers that he just never gave out.
Oh no!
There were about 6 people there.
Oh shit!
Literally, and it was in like I think it was a high school gymnasium.
Yeah.
6 people.
So do you get paid when only 6 people show up, or?
I did. We kind of got guarantee sort of stuff.
Uh-huh.
It wasn't like I could live off of it.
Right.
But I think the guys got paid, I hope. But it was just, oh God, I felt bad for them. One of the guys was a prominent wrestler. There's a company called TNA, which is such a bad name for a wrestling company.
Right.
But he was featured on TV every week. Prominent guy, wrestled in front of 6 people. It's like, oh,
That's
what a bummer.
crazy, man.
That sucks. But
It does.
yeah, it was. So, I mean, it went from that to sold out Manhattan Center.
Mm-hmm.
There's a guy named Daniel Bryan who's really popular now. It was his last match. I got to shoot that. Thousands of people sold out.
That's
Awesome.
cool.
Yeah,
That's
it was
cool.
awesome.
Good experience.
But a lot of it was just driving around and not making any money.
Yeah.
And
But-
missing out on a lot of stuff.
Well,
A lot
I mean,
of
that's
friends.
your passion, and you let your.
Yeah,
You probably couldn't have made any money, and you'd probably still do it, right?
I would have, yeah.
Yeah,
And then
so-
it got to the point where I was like, no, I should probably start making money at some point. And then people didn't like that I wanted to make money. So then I wasn't allowed to take photos for them anymore.
Fuck those people.
Yeah,
if
so
you're listening, which
it's-
you're not, but
Professional wrestling's a carnival business.
yeah.
It started out in the carnivals,
Yeah.
and it belongs in the carnivals. So
I've been meaning to ask you. I went to high school with a guy who's trying to make it big on the pro wrestling circuit. He actually he was on WWE Raw, I think back in 2012 or something. His real life name is Stony Hooker. I'm not making this up.
oh, that's awesome.
Stony Hooker, but I think
Is that-
his wrestling name is like either Stan Stansky or something else.
Okay, so wait a second. He went from Stony Hooker to Stan Stansky?
Yeah, I think so.
How would you even change?
I don't know.
Huh.
There he is.
He had a tremendous personality. I remember that.
Yeah.
But he was
Does he have a big bulge?
Yeah.
huge bulge,
Huge.
huge dick, huge dick.
I worked with the
Um,
guy that he teamed with on that show. I've done
Was it
shows
Arthur
with him.
Rosenberg?
It was.
Yeah,
I've worked some shows with him
They wrestled
before.
Ryback and lost badly. I remember that. I actually saw it. What was funny about it was the soup on E. They actually made fun of him. It was.
You know
I
what?
was
And
like, I know that guy. I've seen.
That's
him.
television time, and you
Yeah.
can't beat that.
Oh no.
That's what everybody dreams for.
But you could tell he was loving every minute of it, even though he was, getting his ass kicked.
And he got to eat catering, and catering has the best food for the WWE. That's the life.
Sounds like a good gig. I mean, if that's your thing, by all means, go for it.
And then
Alright.
somebody commented on what do you think of Michael Bay's movies, and just said, gross. That's so funny.
Well, what was the Disney one?
What do you think are the chances of us seeing Disney release the unaltered versions?
I think it's gonna happen.
Oh wait, we're already recording?
Yeah.
No.
What? I like
I
that.
wasn't ready for that. Absolutely not. You got to set the timer. I'm just not ready.
Oh, there you go. Sorry, I need a pizza.
Okay.
I don't think it's gonna happen.
Bullshit. It'll happen.
I don't think so.
There's too much money in it, man.
There's a lot of money in it, obviously, but I kind of feel like George Lucas may have made a little side deal in selling the rights. He's like, nah.
I mean, a part of me wants to. I don't know.
I would love to see it, but I'm not holding my breath for it.
It'll happen.
Now,
Trust me. If it doesn't happen, I'll give you $100. If it doesn't happen in 2 years, I'll give you $100.
All right.
you guys better
Alright.
shake hands right now.
All right, I'll shake hands.
I'm witness.
$100.
They
$100.
shook hands.
All right.
Listeners, they
It's
shook
recorded.
hands.
It's like Nixon.
It
You see-
recorded the handshake.
Where you fucked up is Star Wars doesn't come out till what, 2016?
2015.
Oh fuck, damn it.
Way to go.
I think in
Dustin.
2015 they're going to release the unaltered versions
You
on
think?
DVD and Blu-ray.
Oh man, I may have just fucked up. I don't
It's
know.
all right. I think it's going to happen. And it's a rumor, but it's been a rumor forever.
Yeah,
You know?
Well, as Adele once said, rumor has it.
Yeah. Is that Adele?
That was Adele.
That was Adele?
That's a great song.
Oh.
But okay, so the unaltered. I know Han shot first.
Right.
Was there really? I guess I've seen your videos. There are a lot of
Changes.
crazy alterations.
Yeah.
Why
good
were they
amount.
made though?
I don't know. Oh, the argument sorry. Some people have justified it as, or given the excuse that George Lucas needs to keep giving her, selling the rights or keeping the rights. No. I'm trying to think of the wording.
That's fine. You take your time.
We're only recording.
We can just be dead air for as long as we want it to be.
So
It's alright, there's only like 2 people listening
Right.
to this point anyway.
And it's us. It's us two while you're talking.
right.
So there were a lot of alterations, and that's it.
That's it.
And they suck.
They suck.
I
But
kinda-
why would you change?
I feel like I know what you're trying to say. I think you're trying to say he was trying to keep it current almost, so he would make little subtle changes.
No, it's a licensing thing. So you license so you had this old product that you had a year ago.
Right.
You make changes to it. You can relicense the new product with new updates and changes, so you can make more money. You know what I mean? So I've heard that argument before. I really don't know how it works because I'm not a business guy and whatever. But it made sense when I heard it, but I can't articulate it at all.
I believe it. I think it's cool that Disney and Star Wars are. And
I do too.
There's a big Star Wars park
Yeah.
coming in, or that's a big rumor.
I think that's the rumor. Yeah.
You were just down for Star Wars weekend, weren't you?
I was.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
How was it?
It's good.
Yeah. So, what all does that entail, like Star Wars weekend?
Star Wars weekend is huge.
Yeah, you went down there. Actually,
Yeah.
I've never been into the park for it. I was with the 501st, behind the scenes. I'm sure you saw it last year when you went.
I had no idea that it was Star Wars weekend, and I get
Oh,
there,
no
people are in
shit.
robes. And it's like, it is summertime in Florida. That sucks. That's miserable.
Well,
But
yeah. I mean,
it was cool. Now, but you actually saw the entire, you saw behind the scenes.
yeah, I was behind the scenes with the 501st. Or I think when they maxed it out this year at 175 members could go down and march in the parade. So there might have been 50 stormtroopers and 20 TIE pilots
From where? From
all over the world.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we had a guy from Argentina this year.
That's awesome.
Some guys from the Empire Garrison, which is in New York, flew down. So yeah,
Wow.
it's a big thing. It's just we're lucky that we live in Florida. We're just like, yeah, let's fucking go down for the weekend.
And us
And this
take
is
2 hours
this
to
is
go.
501st. Right?
501st, yeah.
that's
And
good.
what's cool about it is, Disney gives, if you march, so it goes on for, 5 weeks?
Yeah.
5 weeks?
A lot of the summer. It feels
Yeah,
like it's
and
going
it's
on.
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And you can potentially march Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for 5, weeks. And every time Disney gives you a free complimentary ticket into the park.
Oh, that's awesome.
So you could potentially
Wow.
get 15 tickets. So
That's
if you want to go to Disney for free, join the 501st.
That's pretty much paying for your armor right there. if you think about it.
Yeah, true.
That's not a bad gig.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. And, so you start off, you're behind the scenes, you hear the music and banter going on the other side of the fence, and the parade's about to start, and you're going to be in the parade. And the big gates swing open like the beginning of Jurassic
Like
Park,
heaven.
like
Yeah.
heaven. And you hear everybody cheer, but the coolest part is I'm tall, and I'm at the very back because it's a height line, and I see 50 stormtroopers in front of me marching, and then I hear the Imperial March just
Oh, that's
fucking
awesome.
blaring.
That's awesome.
And all these people cheering, and it instant chills. And I only went down there twice this year, but it was awesome. I'm gonna do it a lot more next year.
So
it was fun.
But you can always say that you did that.
Yeah, I mean,
That's awesome.
yeah, it was fun.
I will never say that I've done that. You can tell your grandkids, you can tell your kids, your grandkids.
Yeah.
I was a stormtrooper at Disney.
Fuck the Navy.
We're not even gonna mention the Navy. They don't care about that. Kids these days.
Yeah.
Imagine kids those days now. I think I had no idea you were doing it until after you did it.
Oh, really?
And that was awesome.
That was fun. I drove down with a buddy, and yeah, he kind of showed me the ropes, and it was a lot of fun.
That's really cool. Here's an interesting question. How do you think Star Wars is going to be for future generations, for our kids when they come out?
Personally, I think the first 3 are just going to be so outdated for future generations.
You think?
Yeah, I do. I think that they will always go down as cinematic, masterpieces of sorts.
Mhm.
Especially, the first one, or I think the second one's like the big one that everybody, I don't see.
Empire? No. Yeah, it is.
And I think that they will always go down where, Citizen Kane.
Right.
and all that jazz, Casablanca, those movies.
But we've all seen those movies.
I've never seen Citizen Kane.
Really?
Yeah, but I don't have any desire to.
Yeah.
Really?
So it's like, I can respect that was what it was, and it was great for the time. But I feel like future generations are going to be like, oh, that looks fake.
See, I kind of think it's going to be like, I agree with you. They're going to be regarded as masterpieces in film. But it's going to be like with us, where we watch Gandhi or Ben-Hur or Spartacus or something like that, where everybody or most everybody has seen it.
Yeah.
And, they can identify with it a little bit. I don't know.
I've never seen any of those.
I'm Spartacus.
You need to watch more movies, man.
I just don't see anything, apparently. Good God.
What's the last movie you saw?
Fault in Our Stars.
How's that?
Oh, that was loud. I'm sorry, guys. It was, you know what? It wasn't bad.
Is that a Nicholas? That's not a Nicholas Sparks book, is it?
It might as well have been.
Oh, really?
No, because I've seen Nicholas Sparks movies,
Yeah.
like The Notebook,
Uh-huh.
or The Vow. I think that was one of them. I saw that.
And John and...
K+8. The TV show. No, I don't know, but The Fault in Our Stars wasn't bad. I took my fiance, and because if she listens to this and if I say anything bad, she'll go, well, you wanted to go, you took me.
Oh.
And then I would have to go back and be like, you know what, you're right. So I took her, and there was a girl that was in the movie, like, theater. She was probably young. We were very old to be there, unless it was like parents and kids for the most part.
Yeah.
But there was a girl, she was walking up the stairs, and she tripped. And instead of like getting back up, she just kept falling to where it looked like she was doing it on purpose now.
Oh, yeah.
And it was just like the slowest fall in the world. And then as she was on the ground, she's like, I fell. It's like, well, yeah, we all see you. Get back up and go. I feel even more embarrassed for you.
Was she, like, fake making fun of herself, kind of?
I hope so.
Yeah.
I really do hope so. But it wasn't a bad movie. It was sad.
I don't even know. I
have no idea what it's about.
Kids with cancer.
Oh,
Which is never a good premise.
Right.
And
I remember when I worked at Barnes & Noble, that was a big book, though. It was...
Yeah.
I don't know anything about it, but...
Apparently the book is sadder.
Oh,
I don't
really?
know.
Fuck it.
Yeah. I'm a man.
Fuck that
Let's go back to
dumbass
Michael
movie.
Bay. Suck it. It wasn't
Megan Fox.
She's
It
so
wasn't.
hot.
It wasn't bad. Okay, I will say that it wasn't
Big old
bad.
Okay.
boobs.
What about you guys? What was the last movie you saw?
It wasn't Captain America. I think I saw something more recent than that.
Last one I saw was Edge of Tomorrow, I want to say. The Tom Cruise movie.
Yeah, maybe mine was...
How was that?
Mine was
I
Captain
liked
America.
it. I mean, it was good. It's a good summer flick. It's very amusing. It was a lot funnier than I thought it was going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty good action. It's basically like a sci-fi.
Don't fucking spoil it!
All right, guys. I gotta say, I'm notorious for spoiling shit for
Justin has
people.
spoiled everything.
What shows have I spoiled for you?
You spoiled Dexter.
Dexter, definitely.
Homeland for me.
Yeah,
Homeland.
Parts of Breaking Bad.
Didn't you do House of Cards? Didn't you?
House of
House
Cards.
of Cards.
Yeah, I feel really bad about it. Not really.
Fucking
I don't
bullshit.
think
I
you
laughed
feel
my
bad
ass.
about it.
I laughed my ass off when I did it.
You're
I
a
realized just how dick it was.
You're a wonderful guy. You're a great friend. But when it comes to movies,
Don't even... Yeah.
I don't like to listen to you. I don't like anything to do with you.
It's TV shows, like...
It's always TV shows with me. Movies, I'm good about. It's just like, hey, you need to see this movie. It's good, but I won't say
It's
anything else.
just... You have this secret. You have a secret. And you need to tell it to the world. You have something nobody else knows. But you need to say it.
You need to have like Justin's movie forum.
I should. I should.
Just like spoilers.
What's something you could spoil for the audience right now?
Oh man.
What's a movie that's...
Toy Story 3. What happens at the end?
Toy Story 3. I cried. That's what happened.
Because I may be wrong. I may be remembering this incorrectly.
And Dexter's a lumberjack.
Who is?
Don't even ask, you son of a bitch. He spoiled Dexter.
Yeah, he's already spoiled Dexter for not for.
Well, now he's just
everybody.
spoiling it for anyone.
Is that really what happened though?
Surprise!
Have you not seen it?
No, I haven't. Well, because this motherfucker spoiled it. Why am I gonna watch something when I know exactly what happens at the end?
Yeah, it was bad.
It was very
You can
bad.
know if you have to watch Dexter just to finish it out. If you watched every other season,
Yeah.
you might as well just finish it. Last episode is just absurd.
Yeah. It
Really?
is.
Yeah, there's just
You just gotta watch it just to say you watched it. I mean, it's not enjoyable
Fight
at
the
all.
power, man. Fuck the man.
Yeah.
Man.
Fuck him.
I will say one part of the last episode of Dexter. He steals a body in plain sight.
Okay.
There are people
It's
everywhere.
ridiculous.
There are people
Is
everywhere.
this for real?
Yeah.
Or are you
Legit.
fucking with me like the Toy Story?
100%. 1,000,000%. He
Okay.
steals a body in plain sight.
Okay.
There are people everywhere. And they somehow don't see this guy that they've never seen before take a body.
Did they see him kill him?
I'm not going to go into...
I'm never gonna fucking watch this show.
I'm not
See,
gonna go into
that's why I
detail.
spoiled it in the first place.
You have
And he
no
gets so-
idea.
He gets so mad.
Get out of here with that. But yeah, he steals... It's absurd.
Yeah.
I love Dexter. Like, that was a great show.
I love the hurricane aspect of the final episode.
There was a hurricane.
That was my favorite part.
There was a hurricane in the final episode. They called it Hurricane Dexter.
Hurricane.
Is that really what the...
No, there was a hurricane.
There was a hurricane, yeah.
See, now you don't know what we're
It was
actually
just
No, I
doing.
am so fucking
It was just
confused.
such an absurd scene.
Yeah, so, I mean, if you don't watch it, you don't watch it.
Yeah. I can't remember, honestly, the last 2 seasons, what they were about in Dexter. Like, I can't remember the main villain. I can't remember the premise of it.
I'm bad with that too.
Yeah.
I can't remember any shows. Like, I don't know why. Just,
Yeah. Such a disappointing ending to it. But
oh well.
Yeah,
Living
life will
there.
go on.
yeah,
Better shows. Much better shows.
yeah.
What is your favorite spaceship, says Jay Richard? It
Ship.
says it's not limited to Star Wars.
Is that what it says
Yeah.
specifically?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Okay.
Favorite spaceship, not limited to Star
Well, the
Wars.
Saturn V rocket.
The USS Enterprise.
Mine is... No, I guess Jefferson's Starship. That's my bad, you guys.
Yeah, man. That's a good one. But yeah, Saturn V rocket. The rocket that took us to the moon. Without a doubt.
It's so much better than mine. Damn it.
Did you
Yours
guys
is-
watch Even Stevens?
I never did.
Shia LaBeouf's annoying to me.
They had the musical episode, and that's how I remember what year we went to the moon. They went to the moon in 1969, right?
Yeah.
So when they made a landing, they called lunar.
9.
That's how I remember that.
Huh.
There you
Yeah, I need to really get out more.
Learned in history.
go.
Is that on
Even-
Disney?
Yes, it was.
Disney?
Yes, it was. Good old Shia LaBeouf.
Remember TGI Fridays?
Mhm.
How
The
good that was?
restaurant? TGIF.
Remember when
I think your beer
TGIF
bottle's
was good?
picking up on the mic a lot.
Is it really?
Yeah,
Justin
pretty close.
is- Ugh.
Now you're-
Now I'm just being an asshole.
yeah.
Justin is drunk.
I'm
This is a recorded
an
intervention
asshole
for
when I
Justin.
drink.
It's probably 30 minutes of Justin's beer sliding around and shit.
You're not wrong. But yes, TGIF was great. That was ABC, right?
Yeah, yeah. It was.
Full House.
It was. No, was it? Was
Yeah.
it? All right, so we'll
Well,
go
Boy
with
Meets World.
Boy Meets
Yeah.
World. I remember that. I remember Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Mhm.
I remember what was another one that they had?
Step by Step. I
Yeah,
think
Step by
on
Step was on
TGIF.
there.
Was to
Family Matters.
yeah.
Family Matters. Yeah,
Were you thinking Sister Sister?
Sister was on there.
Maybe, I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah.
I heard Tia, and I was like, oh wait.
Tia and
that-
Tamara, is
yeah.
that
Same
called
time
that?
period. I can't remember if it was
I don't
TGI.
remember that. I don't remember shit, but I
Yeah.
don't remember
But you
that.
remember the Maori sisters?
Tia and Tamara?
Tia and Tamara, yeah. I'm looking up Sister Sister right now.
I miss my childhood. Nowadays, like they don't have anything like that.
They have Girl
They
Meets
have
World.
more, man. They got everything.
You know, I forget who I was having. I had a talk with somebody about this where I would always think like there aren't any toy commercials anymore. There aren't any
It's
this
just because you're
commercials.
not watching
We're
those
not watching.
channels. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, granted, kids shows definitely aren't what we grew up on. But I mean, there has to still be an audience out there.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I'm sure there is.
They were on ABC. Sister Sister was, and they were part of the network's TGI comedy lineup starting April 1st, 1994.
Wow.
Oh.
Wow.
April Fool's Day. Everybody thought that this was some sort of joke. Nope.
They thought Sister Sister was a joke?
It was on April Fool's Day, I figured.
Oh.
I would have if I had seen it.
Yeah, I guess.
Let's see what was... Now I'm going to... This is a problem with Wikipedia. You go through the rabbit hole.
Mm-hmm.
So, it started from in the 1950s, you guys.
Sister Sister did?
That's amazing. They look so good.
Those bitches are young.
Absolutely. There were a lot of shows on TGIF. Webster, Doogie Howser, Different Strokes. Did you guys ever watch Different Strokes?
No, I
No.
never
I
did.
loved that show.
Who did?
What you talking about, Willis? He's dead now.
Willis is dead?
No, Willis is the only person from that show still alive.
Oh.
Everyone else is dead.
Cable Brandon. Oh, are you still talking about TJF?
No, I'm done with TJF. I was done 5 minutes ago.
Gabriel Brandon has a question. I'm tossing up between building a Stormtrooper costume or a Ghostbusters costume. Which way would you go? And where's the best tips?
I think we know Jake's answer.
Where's the best site to get tips and hand something?
Can I tell you guys something?
Yeah, go for it.
I don't know if I've ever seen the full Ghostbusters movie.
Get out.
You guys still my friends?
Get out.
But this is... It's weird to me because everybody, knows culturally. It's a phenomenon
Yeah.
in culture.
Oh, yeah.
Star Wars, Indiana Jones, Back to the Future.
Can I tell you guys something?
Oh, get the fuck out. Please. My first favorite trilogy is Star Wars. My second's Back to the Future. My third's Indiana Jones.
It looks like I'm going to really have to have a long weekend of watching movies.
Oh, my God.
I have seen Back to the Future 1,
Okay.
once in my life. I haven't seen the other ones.
Huh.
I feel like
That's crazy.
I feel like I can make a lot of pop culture references.
You're
I'm just
one of the most
faking it
pop
all.
culture guys I know.
Right.
I'm just faking it all. I've been lying this whole time. But nobody ever calls me out on it.
Huh. Man,
I feel like you're missing out. I feel like you missed part of your, a very integral part of your childhood by missing some of this.
I would agree with you wholeheartedly.
I would, like to slap you and give you a hug.
You
at
just
the same
never had
time.
any desire to watch them, or
I'm not joking when I say that it was only professional wrestling for me.
really? Hey,
That was
that's
how
fine.
sad.
That's fine.
No.
It is fine.
I mean,
Oh, yeah, when you're the weird kid that likes professional wrestling. I liked it before it became cool in the late 90s with The Rock. I
yeah.
liked it before that, and I liked it after that.
It's never been cool.
All right. If you want to fight.
I had the what were they called? They were like wrestling dolls. They were plush, and you could pull their nose, and they go, "Oh yeah!"
Oh,
you remember
God,
those
yeah.
things?
Yeah.
You punch them in the gut.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I had one of Diamond Dallas Page.
Okay.
Yeah.
I had one of who's the face paint guy?
Sting?
Sting.
The face paint guy.
That's awesome.
Face paint guy.
old Diamond Dallas Page. Wasn't it Gabriel Iglesias? He lost 100 pounds doing his yoga routine
Yeah.
or something like that?
That guy is changing lives. DDP yoga is incredible.
Is it hard?
It's hard as anything. It's ridiculous.
Diamond Dallas Page has a yoga tape?
You really didn't? Oh yeah, he does.
Really?
He honestly, if you ever look it up,
Mm-hmm.
he has seriously changed lives. There was a guy named Arthur. He was the first main client.
Yeah.
He was he was injured in war. He was a veteran. He was overweight. He could barely walk. He couldn't do anything. He started doing this, the yoga, and he did it for a while. And now he can touch his toes. He's lost
Wow.
he's lost a ton of weight. Incredible.
Diamond Dallas Page.
DDP yoga.
DDP yoga. Let's see.
It's called not your mama's yoga. I will say I know this from experience.
Still doing that shit.
Oh, he is. He's still raising the diamond.
Huh.
I have the DVD at the house.
Yeah.
People thought I was stupid for buying it. It really does kick your butt. It's awesome. But I haven't done it in a year. So
Well,
apparently it didn't keep me
that's with
around.
anything.
Yeah.
You know.
But it was awesome. It was just it works you out. And Gabriel Iglesias lost a ton of weight.
100 pounds. I saw him on
Yeah.
Conan recently. He was bragging about it.
That's crazy. I didn't know that guy was still around.
And he's in phenomenal shape for being 60 years old.
Wow.
Or were you talking about Gabriel Iglesias?
DDP.
Gabriel is still pretty big.
DDP.
Funny dude, though.
Yeah, I had a DDP doll like that, and he would just talk randomly. Or I would walk
middle of
away
the
from
night?
it, and he would just stay talking. I was like,
That's
I don't
creepy.
like that guy
That's
anymore.
creepy.
I don't. Okay, so Ghostbusters costume.
Oh yeah.
Or store. What was
well,
it?
obviously, Stormtrooper armor. Just go to whitearmor.net. My armor kit is an ATA kit. Just ask on the boards, and people will point you in the right direction. Really, there's no website you go to. You just have to email this guy. His name is Terrell, and you just tell him you want to get on the waiting list, and then he'll make your armor.
It sounds like you're making a drug deal.
It almost is like that.
Talk
really.
to Terrell. Tell Terrell you want on the list. Terrell will get you on the list.
That's really what it's like, though. But
And that was from Cable Brandon. He says he's Australia's #1 HelloGreedo fan.
Wow.
Do you think that's true?
I think so. He's been around for a long time.
He also says to join Geeked Out on Facebook.
Geeked Out. All right, I'll check it out.
Are they paying us money to do this podcast? Geeked Out?
Geeked Out? Yeah, they are.
Are they?
Yeah.
I know Jinko is.
Jinko's paying us as well.
Good. I'm glad. Okay, I'm glad. Because we were going to have to cut out everything from Cable Brandon if they didn't.
Jinko jeans for your...
for your 1997 needs.
Make it a
Do you need
comeback.
pants that go right above your ankles? Big orange J on your ass? Go to Jinko Jeans, JNCO.com.
Do you think that still exists? Jinko.com?
I don't know.
I wonder if they've adapted with the times, or if they're still making those.
I still think it's hilarious.
baggy-
I still think it's hilarious that you bought Dell.com. You remember that back in the day?
Oh yeah, I still own that.
You still own that.
I still own.
It was the best $3 money could buy.
Dude, you're
Dude, you're getting a Dell.
Yeah.
Dude, you're getting a Dell. I still own that. Yeah.
That's-
Dude, you're getting.
What
a
possessed
Dell.
you to buy Dude, You're Getting a Dell?
Probably was drunk. Dude, you're getting.
I know you were drunk.
Yeah, of course. Oh yeah, and it goes to your JJ.
Oh, it goes
Trust.
in JJ We Trust, I guess. Yeah, I forgot about that. That's funny.
So is the end game for this podcast to get JJ on?
Oh, that'd be cool.
Is
That
that our
would be
main
cool.
thing?
That'll never happen. I
Well,
wouldn't even know what
never-
to. I can barely talk now. I wouldn't. How would I talk to?
It's like that old Chris Farley sketch from SNL, where he's like, "So, do you remember when you did that?" That was great.
Who was he interviewing? I can't remember.
It was an ongoing thing where he would just interview.
Okay,
It was wonderful though.
I remember that. Yeah,
I think it'd be cool. I think to have a goal set out for a podcast.
yeah, it'd be neat.
Yeah.
To get anybody,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like to get anybody related to Star Wars would be pretty cool.
Yeah, it'd be neat. We got to start talking about Star Wars.
Yeah. I would be happy if it just, gets a bigger following, to be honest, if people actually enjoy listening to us.
Well,
Nobody is gonna enjoy listening.
No,
No,
not
not
at
at
all.
I don't enjoy listening
No.
to us.
I'd say it'd be cool. I'm not saying it's realistic. I'm just putting it out.
but if you do put something on the internet, somebody out there will listen to it. Most of the time.
Poor saps.
Yeah, it's like porn.
Oh.
I don't know. No, if you can think of it, there's porn for it, basically. I think Rule 34 of the internet, that's a real thing.
Yeah.
Rule.
The rules of the internet, Rule 34,
If you can think it, there's a porn.
Yeah.
if you can think of it, there's porn for it.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah.
that's kind of sick.
Pterodactyl porn.
It's true.
Is it really pterodactyl porn?
Yeah.
Look it up.
Look
it
it up.
exists.
No.
Right now. This is not a visual medium.
I don't want that on my browser history. I'm good.
Honey, we need to talk.
Research.
All right, so Laura Anderson on Facebook has quite a bit of a doozy. Do you think the films would benefit from more relatable female characters? I won't read the full question. I could see. I feel like any movie could,
Yeah.
because especially a movie like Star Wars, that I feel like it's a stronger male crowd,
Sure.
which I feel like a lot of geek culture, so to say, is a lot of male oriented.
Yeah.
So to have stronger female leads,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like any, of course.
Yeah. I mean, the newer movies, I didn't see a strong female lead character, honestly, but with Princess Leia in the old
I feel like she was a pretty strong female lead in it.
Leia?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, she... I don't really see that argument with the old movies, but the new movies, yeah. And really, the new movies, they've casted more female characters for the new films, like the ones coming out, than they ever have.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't know. Yeah, it could benefit. I don't see why not.
Yeah.
But I can also, I'm sure there's executives and whatnot that just look at the statistics and the demographics and say, boys like this, so more boy shit.
More boys.
Yeah.
More shirts with the Jedi males on it. And, I mean, I can see the money aspect, which whatever. But I don't know.
mean, if you look at Disney, especially lately, it seems like their movies are very like male or female, complete female stars
Mhm.
female power.
Yeah.
Frozen,
That's true.
Brave, like all those movies.
Maleficent. Yeah.
That's true.
See, I didn't see Maleficent, so I don't know. But like,
Yeah.
I could speak for Frozen and Brave, where it was like, you know what? We are women.
Mm-hmm.
We don't need men. We can do it's strong.
So you think that's kind of already breaking?
I feel like especially
Yeah.
with Star Wars being associated with Disney.
Sure.
I could definitely see that.
Yeah.
I think it'd be good.
Yeah.
I definitely think that could be good.
Mm-hmm. The more people that like Star Wars, the better. That's fine with me.
Yeah.
Here's another one from Jamie Lee Claus. If you would make a crossover movie with Star Wars, what movie would you cross it with? What would the name be, and what would be the story? It's a lot.
Oh, man. What movie would I cross it with?
Mm-hmm.
Die Hard and Star Wars. Star Hard is what it would be.
I think that's a porno. That's rule number 34.
Yeah. Star Hard. Starring Bruce.
Do you think Bruce Willis could take Han Solo in a fight?
They would be fighting in this movie.
Yeah.
Can I tell you guys another thing? Never seen Die Hard.
What? Get the fuck out
All
of
right,
here.
now I got to make a list of movies I've never seen
Oh my
as
God.
we continue on.
What do you watch besides wrestling?
Nothing. Dexter.
Dexter.
Die Hard.
I watch more TV than I do movies.
I mean, that's understandable nowadays.
Yeah.
TV shows might as well be movies, the production value and everything.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. I guess I don't know. I just
Well, that's great. That's crazy.
Interesting.
it's crazy to me.
What's your favorite movie? Go around the room.
Justin?
I would have to say Raiders of the Lost Ark. I've seen it probably about 50 times. I mean,
Really?
I love that movie. I mean, not only is it one of those movies where you can see it multiple times and sit down and enjoy it just as much as the first time you watched it every time. Just the acting is incredible. The stunts in the movie, I mean, they hold up to this day. I mean, it's
Oh, yeah.
a phenomenal movie.
Yeah. Indiana Jones is the person you want to be
Oh, yeah.
as a male. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just a good-looking womanizer who kicks fucking Nazi ass. And that's who you want to be.
Yeah.
I mean, really.
Shit. I love
That's all I
it.
got to
true.
say about that.
Thank you, Forrest.
How about you, Jake?
I would always say Mallrats.
Yeah?
I loved that movie ever since I was young. But at this point, I love High Fidelity, Muppets Christmas Carol. It's a great one. Pee-wee's Big Adventure. I love Christmas movies. Let me just say that.
Yeah.
Home Alone. Home Alone 2. Not Home Alone 3. Never was a fan of that one.
So you're more of a fan of lighthearted
Yeah,
movies.
absolutely,
Okay.
because
I figured you out.
You figured me out.
I figured you out now.
I'm a fan of lighthearted, like, I want to watch a movie and feel happy. Or I want to watch a movie and get my heart broken, like.
I bet you
High
love the
Fidelity.
Yeah.
Hallmark Channel. I bet you love it.
Yes.
What channel?
Hallmark.
My dad
okay.
loves the Hallmark Channel at Christmas time. Falalala Lifetime? Or no, Lifetime.
Falalala
Falalala
Is that
Lifetime.
a real thing?
Yes. They play the cheesiest Christmas
my
movies.
Really?
Yeah, not like ones that were in theaters. It's like Jenny McCarthy Christmas movies.
Oh my god.
Where it's like.
Santa Baby.
You know who?
Yeah,
You know what
yeah.
still holds up?
Yeah.
Jenny McCarthy.
Does
She does. She does.
You know, the whole what is it?
Oh, vaccine thing.
Not vaccinating your children.
The whole being a crazy human being.
Killed it for me.
Yeah, I can
Killed it
see
for
that.
me.
You just don't think about that.
I typically
Yeah.
just don't think about Jenny McCarthy.
Neither do I.
I think you're lying to me. No, but yeah, I never thought. I like lighthearted. I like comedies.
Yeah.
I like to laugh.
That's a good one. What's your favorite comedy?
I don't know. That's too much to ask. You're just springing these on me, Justin.
I know.
I can't make that sort of commitment right now.
All right. Fair
I-
enough.
I don't know.
My favorite comedy would probably be Clerks.
Clerks is a great movie.
I mean, honestly, I can't think of another comedy that I like more,
Really?
truthfully.
I'm a big fan of Apatow movies. I love them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But it seems like they got to the point where it was all the same.
Mm-hmm.
I can see that. You can kind of see a formula to them anymore.
They're still funny.
Oh, they're hilarious to me.
Yeah.
But 40-year-old version, that was.
Was that one of his?
Oh yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
Knocked Up.
Knocked Up was great.
That was a funny.
Forgetting
movie.
Sarah Marshall was great. Even.
Did you guys see Funny People? Funny People was Adam Sandler and Seth Rogen. I think it was an Apatow.
Oh, no, I didn't
It
see
was.
that.
It was not like most Apatow movies because it's like Adam Sandler's this big comedian. Well, no, it's basically a play on Adam Sandler because it's like he was this big comedian for being in stupid comedies, and now he's at a point where he's rich, but like he's not fulfilled, and then he gets cancer, and it's this whole thing. It's a doozy.
Huh.
I recommend it. It's long.
Was Chuck and Larry an Apatow movie?
I hope not.
I don't think it was.
Chuck and Larry.
Let me look it up. That's a good question.
I haven't thought about Chuck and Larry in a while. Well, I mean,
Chuck
I guess good for them for making a movie like that, but
Yeah.
I never saw it.
No, I mean, I watched a little bit on TV.
It could be a completely homophobic movie for all I know.
I don't think it is. I don't really remember it, but I don't think it is.
Speaking of which, okay.
Yeah.
That's you know what, that's a perfect segue. You didn't even mean to segue into this.
Oh,
I read an article today,
okay.
and I told both of you about it, but I didn't tell you what it was about, okay?
Okay.
So,
It wasn't Apatow.
it wasn't
No, it was Dennis.
I don't even remember what we were talking about.
Chuck and Larry.
Okay.
So, okay. A teacher in Utah, and he's also an education blogger, he was fired. For what, I guess they were, the principal or whatever, thought he was teaching the, promoting the gay agenda.
Okay.
Quote unquote gay agenda. What do you think he got fired for? Do you have any guesses at all?
Is it an English teacher?
From this, it doesn't say. I'm going to say yes. Just
I
from.
thought you said he.
He might be an English teacher.
Oh.
From what he was fired for, he was
I don't
fired
know.
for posting something on his blog for the gay agenda.
Being, I don't know, maybe he came out of the closet on his blog and people took offense to that?
The school thought that they would be associated with homosexuality because he taught a lesson on his blog about homophones. Words that are spelled differently
Right.
but sound the same. Homophones. HOMO phones.
And that's
That is why they fired him.
some
Wow.
goofy shit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why? What? So, but that's
How absurd is that? Because homo is in homosexuality
right.
and homophones.
And Homo sapiens
Yeah.
and a lot of things.
S-
Homo doesn't mean gay.
Oh.
Yeah, it kind of
It
does.
does not mean
Oh.
gay.
Yeah, he said that.
That's ridiculous, though.
The blogger says about the principal. He called me into the conference room and he said, "We're going to let you go." He said, "This blog on homophones is the last straw. You can't be trusted. I can't trust you to write a regular blog."
Sounds like the principal's a homophobic dude.
It sounds
He's
like
he's a homophone.
it
He's
sounds,
homophonic.
it sounds like that teacher has some grounds to sue the fuck out of them.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
But how absurd is that?
Yeah.
That's nuts.
These are people in the educational system.
Yeah, but it's Utah.
Who's-
Do we
oh,
cut
Utah.
them some slack because it's Utah?
I think they're one of the, or is that?
Salt Lake City is like
Kansas?
Mormon.
I'm thinking of Kansas where they have all the
West-
creation museums.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Westboro Baptist.
I think that
Was
they're there too. Those gyms.
the Westboro Baptist gems.
Yeah.
I just wanted to bring that up, and that completely derailed.
That's interesting. It
everything.
shows you how absolutely ridiculous some people are.
Yeah.
It's so sad. It's so sad what we're becoming.
That reminds me of the Westboro Baptist. Didn't you show me their SoundCloud account? Have y'all seen this shit?
I don't even
Yeah.
want to promote that.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous though. They've spoofed every major like popular song into like spewing their
It's-
filth is what it is.
but
it's creepy.
Fucking, it's insane. But I listened to it and I started laughing. Like, it's not what they didn't intend for me to laugh. They intended for me to be, offended.
Right.
But it was so ridiculous that I just couldn't help, but burst out laughing.
Yeah.
Which is probably the best defense to it. Just
Yeah,
don't get offended and say fuck off. But
just look at it for what it is, and that's just
ridiculous
Yeah.
human beings.
I feel sorry for the children that are born into that family.
Oh yeah, a lot of them.
They have
living.
no
a lot
chance
of them
in
get
life.
out. Yeah,
Yeah, a lot of them do.
they grow up and they get out.
Yeah.
All right, we have another question from Jay Richard. If you could make a single casting change in any of the 6 movies, what would it be? No script changes or removal of characters, but change of portrayals.
So
Says.
change of actor.
Yes.
Basically. Golly. Probably
Hayden Christensen
no.
in the prequels.
God damn it.
Is he still alive?
Still
Hayden
alive.
Christensen.
Probably Natalie Portman.
Really?
Really?
Yeah. Probably Natalie Portman.
Who would you replace her with?
I don't know. Megan Fox?
What was
Wait,
your- what was your-
1997 Megan Fox.
Yeah.
What was your beef with Natalie Portman?
I don't know. She's a good actress. And I'm not blaming her. It was the shitty dialogue written for her. Nobody can read that schlock, you know?
Right.
It was shit. But she
That's
read
kind
it
of
the
Mario.
worst.
That's kind of Mario.
She
See,
read it the worst.
Anybody
I
can
feel
read it
like-
except for her.
I feel like
Right.
Hayden read it the worst. I mean, some of his dialogue in the prequels, especially the third one.
Oh, his dialogue is
is
shit.
god awful.
But his delivery in some spots, you see him trying. Natalie Portman,
he looked the part. I'll certainly give him that.
yeah, he's not. I don't know.
You know, he kind of had the facial features to go along with it, but
Yeah,
his
he's not.
line delivery was
He's not
lacking.
bad, but I don't blame any of the actors really. But I would change Natalie Portman. I don't know why.
That's fine. I mean,
I still love her.
you can love whoever you want. Free love.
Unless I work in Utah.
I think you just associated her with that Closer movie when that came out.
Oh, I fucking hate that. Have you ever seen Closer?
What was that? What was that movie?
Closer with Jude Law, Clive
Clive
Owen,
Owen, Natalie Portman, and Julia Roberts.
Julia Roberts.
Sounds British. I don't know.
It's fucking terrible.
Yeah.
I don't know. So many people love that movie. I fucking hate
I
it.
didn't mind it that bad.
Yeah,
to be
it's a
honest.
stupid
What was
fucking
wrong with
movie.
it?
So it's
It's like a